Well guys, what's the crack? It's Honora Sims here and welcome back to my channel. I have no face cam on today, I just really wasn't feeling it. This build has taken over my life. I've broken it up into two parts, as you can see. Today we have the speed build of the exterior of this house, and on Thursday, all going well, I will have the interior of this build up. I say all going well because this has just taken me a very, very long time. The footage was over an hour long, sped up, so I have had to cut out quite a lot from it. I've just really cut out the boring bits, like multiple window placements. There was a part that I struggled a little bit with the roof, so I have of course just cut that out. But I try to include, I guess, the important bits in this video. So you've read the title, as you know, this is my attempt at building the Cluedo Manor, or I believe in America the game is just called Clue. I hope you know what I'm talking about. It's a board game where you basically try to solve a murder mystery, and it takes place in this big manor. The board of the game is the manor, and there's particular rooms the murder takes place in. You have to find out where it took place, who did it, and what weapon was used to commit the murder. So I just thought for spooky season this would be a fun kind of build to do, and I do really enjoy building mansions, and this is a kind of style of mansion that I haven't really tried to build before, so I was quite excited about it. It's a very, I suppose, traditional kind of style mansion. I'm not really good with architectural styles and names. I'd probably get it wrong if I tried to describe what architectural style this build is, but I'm sure somebody will know. I basically used a lot of the items from Discover University. They really helped create the design I was going for with this build. So I will put up on the screen some reference pictures that I used for this, because there's no sort of definitive building as such. There's just sort of ideas out there of what the manor would look like, because obviously the board is just the interior floor plan, and judging by how I've built this, I don't think it's going to look exactly like the board either. I am going to try to keep it as similar as possible, but I'm obviously going to take my own sort of twists on things. And of course there is a few stories in parts of this build, and the board is only the downstairs of the house, so obviously there's no bedrooms in the game or anything like that. There is a cellar mentioned though. That's one of the rooms, so I think I'll have a bit of fun building the cellar in this build. I don't even really have the floor plan done out properly yet. As I said, this build has taken over my life. It took way longer than I thought. It's been fun, and I've been having fun trying to create it. There's a lot kind of going on in the upstairs. There's different parts and the little tower bits and things, but you'll have seen from the reference pictures, it is kind of like a mix up of all those different pictures, and it's never going to be exactly like it. And I didn't want to completely copy from the picture either. It was more an inspiration, so that's what we're going for here. And as you can see, I have just sort of skimmed over some of the window placement because there's a lot of windows here. I have pretty much just used the Discover University windows and doors, although I think I used some other doors at the back to go out onto the porch area. But yeah, it's pretty much a lot of Discover University. So again, I use pretty much all the packs, but the main structure of this is Discover University and vampires. I use a lot of vampires now. That is just the exterior. I mean, by the time I have the whole thing finished, I could use lots of different packs, so yeah, don't quote me on that one. But I actually had a lot of fun doing this kind of tower. I haven't really any clue what it's actually going to be when I furnish it. That's what's kind of fun about this build. Most times I have a kind of distinct floor plan in my head when I'm building, but for this it was mainly to get the outside of it to look right, and then obviously to include all the rooms that are actually on the board. The one struggle is going to be the billiards room, because we don't have a billiards or a pool table in the game. For whatever strange reason, we do not have that. I do not know. But I'll obviously just kind of make it a games room. I'll put the foosball table, table tennis, all that kind of stuff. It'll just have to do. But yeah, it was a fun build. And I'd love to know, like, well, first of all, do you know what I'm talking about when I say Cluedo or Clue? I assume you do. And did you play that board game? Was it something you enjoyed? I really, really liked it when I was younger. But there was a lot of board games I liked, but I didn't really get to play them because although I have siblings, they are a lot older than me. As in, my brother is closest in age to me, and there is 11 years between us. So really, I didn't get to play a lot of board games. I always wanted to play them. Like, I'd be begging the whole family at like Christmas and stuff, oh, can we play this game? I just had this in my head that family sitting down together or playing board games was this fun thing to do, but obviously my siblings were just that much older. They probably didn't have that much of an interest. I mean, they did play with me sometimes, but yeah, it would have been fun. And obviously, really, my friends growing up, it wasn't the type of thing where you're like, hey, let's get out Cluedo and have a game. So yeah, I definitely wish I had more experience of playing board games, because I did enjoy them, but I really liked Cluedo. It was a lot of fun. To be honest, if you put the board in front of me now, I probably would have to read the rules to fully know how to play. It's been that long, but I don't think it's difficult. It is. I think it's kind of aimed at kids. I'm not sure what age exactly it's meant to be for, but I'm sure I could pick it up. It can't be that hard. And I guess part of the inspiration for this, as well as spooky season, obviously was a big factor, and I wanted to build a kind of manor. At first I was just thinking like a haunted mansion, then this just came into my head, but also what I suppose was at the back of my mind was that leak that has been like debunked and proven fake. One of the sim gurus actually came out and said that it was fake, and I kind of thought it was fake anyway, because the Sims wouldn't put out a game with murder in the title. I'm fairly certain, but it was that leak, if you saw it, that said the next expansion pack was going to be a murder mystery or murder in the manor or something like that. Basically, yeah, based off the game Cluedo. So that kind of inspired it as well. I mean, for the split second that I thought there was a possibility that was a real pack, I went from kind of excited to disappointed and a lot of emotions. I mean, it would be a cool pack, but once again, similar to Star Wars, I finally have it in my game. But I mean, I love Star Wars and it's cool, and I love the items that came with it, but there's some basic things that we need before we get Star Wars and murder mystery and all that kind of stuff. They're all really cool ideas and would be so much fun to play through, but when we don't have basic family gameplay, I think they just need to focus on that. Because I'm not, one way or the other. I mainly enjoy family style gameplay or like sometimes realistic storylines. Like I've really gotten into using a lot of mods recently, but I do enjoy the occults and that kind of stuff in the game. I'm not completely opposed to it, and every now and then I like to just create a new save and play something weird, but I would enjoy it so much more if we had the base. I mean, it's a life simulator, so I think we need good simulation first and then give us all the other crazy wacky stuff. But that's just my opinion. I think a lot of people would probably agree, but you can let me know. I'm seeing here my foundations that I was putting in. I had a lot of trouble at first. I actually cut out a lot of footage. The foundations that I had first put in, the kind of porch area, it just did not look right. I don't know what was going on. It just wasn't right. And I was gonna keep it flat, but I did really like this idea of the steps up to the door, and I wanted that. So I eventually worked it out, and obviously you can only see the part that I worked out eventually, but I did struggle for a while with it because I can't even explain. It just was weird. I don't know, just not working out. And you can see here I'm using the flooring from the Star Wars pack. So I was very against the Star Wars pack at first. Not because I don't like Star Wars. I love Star Wars, as I've said. And yeah, I've already explained my reasoning on that. But I did eventually give in there the other week and downloaded it, bought it and downloaded it. And yeah, I do love some of the items that come with it. Like for building purposes, it is really cool. I really like that stone flooring that I'm after putting in with it. It just, yeah, I think I'm gonna end up using that flooring quite a lot. It's not the most sci-fi weird looking that it could have come with Star Wars. And then I was kind of did where I just got a big lot and laid out all the items and objects that came with the pack, and I was really impressed with some of the assets in it. And I think what I'm kind of excited for in it is being able to make like a kind of more realistic room for my own house, because in our living room I have a bookshelf that, well, it is a bookshelf. There are some books on it, but it's mainly like a I guess you could say display shelf. It's probably one of my favorite things in the room. But on it we have like our collection of the Funko Pop figures, and then I also have some like photos and things, but we have, you know, different figurines of different things are into it, and there is some Star Wars stuff up there. There's lots of Disney stuff. There is also some Walking Dead. I don't know what there's. I'm just like looking at it now because I'm in my living room recording, and it's a nice area. And there's a few little objects that come with the Star Wars pack, like decorative objects that will just really help make that kind of room like a geeky kind of collection sort of thing. So I like that, and I know that's such a small thing to buy a whole pack for, but I don't know, when you're obsessed with The Sims and you have collector fever, it's just the way it is. And it's like EA just have me wrapped around their fingers, you know. But unfortunately, yeah, that's the way it is. I can give out about The Sims for days, but I can also go on a rant for days about how much I love this game. So yeah, it's much of a muchness. Oh, and you'll see here, if you notice the difference in vibrance on the screen, I installed Reshade on my computer. I was looking at Reshade for a while, and I always just thought it looked so nice, but I was kind of scared to use it because a lot of people said it's very heavy on your machine, stuff like that. So I was kind of nervous, and it being like I guess like an outside program rather than a mod as such, it kind of scared me a little bit. That sounds a bit weird, but I really like it. What you're seeing on the screen now is just one that I made. I was messing around with settings, but I did download a few presets that are pretty cool. Some of them don't fully work though, because I don't know, I'm gonna have to watch a lot of tutorials. Obviously, maybe, I think I got the newest version of Reshade, but some of the presets I downloaded use a different version of Reshade or something like that. So I basically don't have some of the settings installed properly. I don't really know. I probably sound really stupid to people who are like use Reshade all the time. But I'm new to it, so I will learn. My sister uses it and she has a bit more expertise on it, so I'll be asking her for advice. But yeah, I've been enjoying messing about with it. For screenshots for this build, I tried to make a kind of spooky looking one, but maybe for the interior, when it's all finished and I'm putting up proper screenshots, I might have a look at downloading one that works a bit better than the one I made for the screenshots. Isn't too bad, but I've definitely seen really cool ones that I'd love to use for the screenshots of this. So we'll see. But I'm really impressed with what it does to my Sims. I have been playing my off-screen Sim Self kind of family a lot, and it's really fun. Like this one that I have on, it just makes the game kind of pop. I used a preset by Urban Sims, and then I tweaked it a little bit, or I made a new one, but then I copied a lot of the settings she had ticked on one of her ones, and then I just ticked a few other things to change it about. I probably sound so stupid to anyone who knows everything about Reshade, but anyway, that's my news. I downloaded Reshade and I was really scared of it, and now I love it. And thankfully my computer is handling it quite well. I am just more and more impressed by my laptop every day, because it's not like top of the range. It was expensive for me. I thought it was expensive, but it's not like, it wasn't thousands and thousands, like it was under 1,000. And I know that as gaming laptops go, that is relatively cheap, but it's doing a really good job. Like, I have mountains of mods in my game and now Reshade, and I haven't had a crash, I haven't had much lag, not much more than what the game kind of has in it anyway. And I have all my settings on ultra. Like, it's really good bang for my buck. It's an Asus. I don't know the exact specs, but yeah, that's it. I'm really happy with it. Because I was kind of budgeting. I had saved up a bit of money, but not enough to buy like basically a super computer. But I had been playing Sims 4 on my MacBook, so my MacBook Air at that, and yeah, I just had enough and I decided to treat myself. But anyway, enough about that. I have rambled on. That is the exterior done. I don't have a load of screenshots, you'll see. It's just a few from the exterior that I've put on. Hopefully the interior will come on Thursday. If not, it might be just a little bit later in the week, depending on how long it takes me to get it done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Say hi. I love making friends in this community. It is amazing. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.